everyone, thank you for coming to Presidential Hustings. Obviously, you know Ted Mackey, who has 3 minutes starting in a minute to convince you that he is the best person for the job and worth voting for overall. So, take it with you.
Okay, so I think you all know me. I'm Ted. I'm a second year music student at Selwyn, obviously. I want to be the JCR President because I've really loved being on the JCR this year, and I think from what I've learned from Lee and the rest of the committee and how dedicated that everyone's been, I think I can make that culture next year so that we continue the progress we've made. So that's why my first point of my manifesto is to foster that sense of community in the JCR that we have this year, because I think it really helps that we all work together and we all contributed. It's actually really difficult sometimes to get things passed in JCR, to get things passed in college, and it really helps. Everyone's working together towards everyone's contributing, and then the burden isn't stuck on one person, it isn't stuck on one officer. So that's my first good point on my manifesto, is that we need to, as we do already, foster a sense of connection with the rest of the student body, because I'm asked all the time, what are you doing in JCR, what is your role? And that's a bit annoying when you think of all the stuff that JCR does and all the work that we've done. So what I really want to do is to make sure people are aware of what we're doing, and I know we already publish the Selwyn vote, but I think if we put that on the Facebook page or on Twitter where people will actually see it, no offense Ellen if she's here, because I'm not sure people actually are reading it, because I get constantly asked what's happening with this or what's happening with the PS4 or what's happening with the gym, and I don't know a lot of the time. I have to direct from other people. This year's JCR has been incredibly good at improving facilities for JCR members. So we've had baked potatoes in Hall, we've worked so hard on international storage, and I'm determined that at some point we'll get a permanent solution to international storage, and I hope that's something I'm going to work on next year with my JCR if you choose to vote for me. Also, gender neutral toilets in the JCR is something that I really am quite interested in, because I don't know if you saw Pet Museum at Pembroke. They have these really cool signs that say a male non-binary or a female non-binary, and it shows you on the sign what is in the toilet, whether it's a urinal or a stall or stuff like that, which is really helpful because this is our space, and people who are non-binary should feel at home in here and feel comfortable. And QSU, getting on to QSU, which is you look at me like I'm on the time.
No, you've got 1 minute.
So QSU, we had this referendum this year. We had an overwhelming support for QSU, and I think it's really important to make QSU more visible within college, like what they're doing with independent campaigns, OneCam, the LGBT plus campaign, Make No Assumptions campaign, which Lee worked very hard on last when he was LGBT plus officer, and I really want to work with the LGBT plus officer, access officers, to make sure that what QSU is doing is really visible. We take as full advantage as possible of the resources they give us. Quickly, just a few more things. An open meeting T-shop for a term, because I think the last open meeting T-shop we had by QSU was really constructive. We had so much discussion, and I think people don't know how they can contact the JCR, whether they email one of us or email Lee. So I think an open meeting T-shop would be really good if people just voice it to us once a term.
Yeah, thank you. Does anyone have any questions to ask? Jacob?
You haven't really talked about welfare much in your manifesto or things. Probably one of the most important parts of the whole JCR committee. What's yours? And why would you mention it more? Baked potatoes.
Okay, firstly, I mentioned baked potatoes because it's something that accommodation services has done, and it's something that is very visible. But obviously, welfare is really important. Just because it's not mentioned in my manifesto as much as other things doesn't mean I don't care about it. Because obviously I did welfare this year, and so I know the struggles involved in trying to know what to do if somebody comes to you with a problem and you don't know what to do, and I know the procedures. Bronchi's worked really hard this year on disabilities, mental health, welfare, and obviously that's going to be a lot of help next year when we go on and we look at how we provide welfare to students. The introduction of college counsellor as well is something that we've done this year, and next year we can promote that more, I guess. When it happens, has it happened yet?
It's going to be external.
External.
So, but yeah, we have privilege access to
the college, yes, we can counsellor. But yeah, I fully am intending to continue the work we do with welfare, and I understand that welfare is a really difficult role. And so if we can somehow make it easier for welfare officers, so they don't have to worry about some of the other things they do that could be shared with the gender equalities officer, or you know, even yes, gender equalities officer. Yeah. So.
Any other questions?
Okay.
So you're already really involved in college life. How would you deal with the time commitment of being JCR President?
Well, last year I was in chapel choir, and I calculated that was 19 hours a week of rehearsals, performances, and practice. And I still managed to balance rowing and the other sports and acting a little bit. So I don't think it's going to be much of a hindrance now, because I'm not in chapel choir anymore, so I can use that time as JCR President. And I also was LGBTQ+ officer last year, so I managed to balance it then. I've got these extra hours. Yes? No?
What are your views on the intermission process?
The intermission process needs to be looked at very closely, because I've heard stories of people that have been just told they didn't work hard enough. They were told in nicer words that they didn't work hard enough. I was told once by a supervisor that I shouldn't have worked up hard for a 2-1, the only thing you work hard for is the first. This is a kind of culture that we have in Cambridge isn't really healthy, and although Selwyn I think is a nice college, when it comes to intermissions we really aren't, and there are certain practices. Things like think of meetings, if people have a 2-1 or 2 or 2-2, like, which is a perfectly acceptable task really, why should you have to go into an academic meeting with someone to talk about your progress? And you wouldn't do that at any other university, so why here? So yeah, I think it needs to be looked at very closely with people, especially access, because that can be something that really puts people off applying. They feel like this culture is still there, and development education, I think that's something to that as well. And also welfare, mental health welfare, because it's really damaging if people are told that they're not good enough or not working hard enough, and then if they actually are working hard, then they think like, well, I'm not supposed to be here then. So yeah, it's something we look at. Okay.
Hi Ted. What would be your main priority as JCR President? What is the most important issue you think the student body is facing, and what would you do to face it?
The most important issue I think the student body is facing, that is a good question. I mean, always say points about gender neutral toilets, but that's just something that is quite close to my own heart as former LGBTQ+ officer. But I think the current problems with intermissions, working with Street Minds Cambridge to develop that progress, develop that system into something that isn't medieval, is something that I would like want to look at very closely. So yeah.
Steph?
How would you run JCR meetings? Would you go the same as the assembly this year, or have you got any improvements to that?
Yes, actually I have. I'm not an improvement per se. I have a slight change in the way that there's meetings are run. And then on my manifesto I've said that the JCR suggestion box, which is a physical box in the college, not many people I've known exist or use it. So I think if we convert that into a Google Doc or an anonymous Google Doc that people can then post on, and we can consult for like 5 minutes in a JCR meeting just to see what people are actually complaining about. That would be good. It's a good way to let people know that they can send things into the JCR anonymously. Because last year I got people asking me about all sorts of things, and this year it's like herb gardens and orange trees, as you know, or even benches. It was actually mostly stuff to do with green ethics that I got asked. So I think if we had an anonymous way to submit like comments to JCR, that'd be good. That's really it. The lead ran pretty efficient. We really ran a very what do you call it, like a good show this year. So.
Any other questions? Jake?
So Lee's done a very good job this year. I think he's a very good leader and such. Do you think you have the leadership skills to go from being a committee member position to actually leading the whole committee?
Yeah, I think I have the leadership skills. If you look on my manifesto, I've led ensembles before. I've been musical director on like productions in the ADC, and I've had to deal with like 5 or 6 egotistical musicians or a whole cast of 15 people. They're all thefts. So like, even though I may not come across as someone who's very like forceful, or I can be the person that says, right, you need to sort this out now, because when you do a show like that, I think it's very, very much you need to have things sorted out on time. So yeah.
Steph?
In terms of getting like the wider Selwyn colleagues involved with the JCR, what do you think the role during like Freshers Week is, and how would you change that?
Well, I think it's with Freshers Week, it's getting it. We had trouble this year because we didn't get confirmation from certain people when things were happening, and it's very much important that the welfare officers, LGBT, are introduced to the freshers. They know who they are, because like especially for people who are LGBT, from my perspective, who aren't out yet and they don't feel comfortable around talking to people. Male female welfare, if we all were talking to second year or third year, whatever it is. So I think that's really important that the JCR are visible in Freshers Week, whether it be like just in an informal capacity or in like their own capacity as their role in JCR. I think this year it was good that Lee was able to speak, the president was able to address a big speech to the freshers and make himself visible. It was a bit haphazard this year about when or if the welfare officers were going to be given a chance to introduce themselves. But I think